Hey guys, this is another video by Starwind Aquariums. So here's my sump area. I do keep this little 30-gallon immersible filter in there. I just kind of stirred up everything on there because sometimes a lot of stuff just gets sucked down there, like sand and dirt, and I just like to stir it up so you see the water's pretty brown. This is a lot of chlorpa, different kinds, and some red macros, and it's just growing crazy in here. My main display also has some macros in there, but it's just getting out of control. So I can stick my hand in there. You might see something, a little fish or something, but it's pretty much a lot of like pods in there. Also, there's amphipods that can seem like I can't get rid of them because they're living all in the rock and this inside of things. But plus there's a lot of feather dusters I've been seeing, which just are crazy. I can't get rid of them at all. They're all stuck everywhere. And so with macro tanks, here's a little advice, whoever's growing, and I'm just using regular, this is a 500K light, and then also I have I think that's a 550 K Calvin red and light, and these are things that I just got at Home Depot, and it's not like super amounts of light, but it works. I put these lights on when I'm asleep, so it's kind of like a night light too. It serves two purposes. Say if you're going to have light on, might as well be useful. So this is a 20-gallon long that I keep connected to my 40-gallon breeder that's up here. It's a nice little setup my friend built for me. It's easy to make a tank stand for him, but not for me. So use your friends wisely. And so here's the thing with macroalgae. Do not, I repeat, ever do a humongous water change. Trust me, by experience, I've done 50% water changes, and everything down the drain. Things melted away, and it was horrible because I lost a lot of progress. Here, I only do a couple of, like literally I use a pitcher, and I do like four pitchers worth of water, and I change it. I do use Reef Foundation ABC Plus now. I had great results 2 years ago, and I'm starting to use it again. Some people are like, well, you can't imagine the dosage of that, but blah blah blah. It worked for me. I put in a scoop every week, or every Sunday I do it. I also use a 2-part calcium and alkalinity. I really don't use too much alkalinity because my alkalinity is like always high, and if my pH is low, I put baking soda, and voila, you have great macros. I also don't feed too much, but I've been also using Reef Plus recently, just to do it. I don't really see too much change now, but I'm pretty sure the amino acids does something for somebody. And so certain caloriferous and certain macros have been taken off. My mermaid's fan and shaving brush are great. It must be enough calcium in the water because that's what the Reef Foundation is for, and the calcium. I really don't dose anything else. Sometimes I do dose potassium. Sometimes I do dose, like every week I do dose a little bit of magnesium, and I do dose trace elements every 2 weeks. Not that much, but since the Reef Foundation has some of that already in there. Also, we always have to dose iron, and you can also tell by the looks of your macro if you need iron, because sometimes the water changes a gift somewhat, but if you notice that your macro is not like super green or there's white tips on there, that means it's growing, then sometimes you'll know something's up. Now this is just a whole bunch of mixed macro. As you can see, it's just reds, grape, red grape caulerpa, and just abundance of different macros, as you can see, in this tank. And it's just a nice feel to it. You can feel like the nutrients that's in there. This is a high nutrient tank just because it's a grow out tank. And it's a 40-gallon breeder up top. So I keep a couple of fishes, a couple of sponges, so the silicates can be down, so it won't outcompete with nuisance algae. That will be a problem. This tank is about 2 years old, so it is doing its job, and this little filter right here does wonders. This is an N something. I changed the filter out or actually, let me show you what I have in there. So I took out the rest of the stuff and I put like this floss or whatnot. I changed it out yesterday. It's already brown because I've just been shaking it around. The only thing I do is get a bucket or put it in there, squeeze the mess out of it, get all that nasty stuff out. Amphipods are fine, but I really don't care about losing amphipods. They're just like everywhere in this tank anyway. And then voila, I put either it back in, or if this is done for and this is black, I have another bag and I just put some in there and voila. And so I already have a big filter on here already, but that's just to clean the mess when it looks brown like this. And brown also can be me dosing too much iron sometimes, or it's just dirt, and that's what I swig my hand in here and let it rip. And so when you do this every once in a while, you'll have great results. For me, I've been having great results because I don't change my tank too much. I don't change the water too much. So if you have any questions, guys, if you like to buy some stuff, go to Starwind Aquariums on eBay. I should have a link on my page. If not, let me know what videos you would like me to make, because I do plan on making a video for each individual type of macro that I've had success with and the do's and the don'ts of them. So thanks guys, subscribe.